Okay, morning everyone. How are we all feeling today? So I just wanted to say something. If you guys watched my last video, it was quite weird and like I found it very affecting. And you can actually see me in real time, like getting downloads about what I was meant to do for my own twin flame connection, and I did actually like follow through on my intuition, although it's something that I had said that I was not going to do, like categorically. And I ended up seeing the guy like that evening after making that video. So, what do you do after that? It's like, again, back to the idea of the self and self happiness and working on yourself and regaining the independence, because you want to be in the place that you are happy within yourself no matter what is going on. And the twin flame journey is very complex and fragile as well. So in the spirit of that, I want to do a reading today about inner happiness and joy and what needs to shift in order to achieve that. Also, a friend of mine has requested it, so much love to you. I'm not going to name you. You know who you are. But yeah, I did just want to let people know that, because although I get my own readings done before I do these readings on the channel, I could tell that I was getting very specific energy that was for the twin flame collective that follow me, that also applied to me. And I mean, I've spoken a little bit about that connection here before. It's what kind of sort of inspired me to start this up, and it really got me into my spiritual work, although I was a tarot reader like 15 years ago or something. But I felt like I couldn't just like not mention the fact that I had followed through on that kind of intuition. And it's, yeah, if you haven't seen the video, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. You can see me in real time, like really fighting against the ego mind and my own sense of intuition. Like my ego is like, I will not contact this person in pile 1. By the end of pile 2, I'm like, how am I going to do this? I can't do this. Fuck it. I'm just going to do it. So I do think it's worth saying, if you ever feel like you just get this bolt of inspiration to do something, it is usually your intuition and you should follow it through. Because I think it will lead you on the right path, whatever that may be. I'm not saying that it's going to be like union and all the rest of it, but it was an important step on our journey that I did that. So, right, let's get on with today's reading. So we're just going to have 2 piles. I have done a reading for myself. I'm going to set a very clear intention now that Spirit channels energy through me into these 2 cards, pile 1 and pile 2, that it takes any message to do with me completely out of this equation, and that we concentrate only on my subscribers, unless of course I have the similar message to hear. But this is for my subscribers who choose pile 1 or pile 2. And we're asking today what needs to shift in order for them to achieve their kind of happiness, their state of joy, their alignment with where they're meant to be right now, if there's anything that does need to shift. So Spirit, please be very clear and let me deliver these messages. So I'm just going to now create a temporary energetic cord between myself and those watching this video, so that I can deliver this message to them, wrapping us in protection as we undergo this, showing all chances and changes, all probabilities, possibilities, and any messages that need to come through today in the cards, or to me myself, or to those listening via their own intuition, so that we can help shift them into alignment for their own happiness. And at the end of this reading, please close down any energies, sever any temporary energetic cords, and surround me and the viewers in love, abundance, joy, and a protective aura. Okay, instantly when I was doing that, this singing bowl had a kind of different frequency to what it usually has. So I use sound as one way of like cleansing space. and there was something there very specific in that frequency. So it could be that you guys are interested in sound, or that you, maybe a lot of my clients, I tell them to use healing hearts. But it could just be a message to you guys to, you might need to cleanse your space. You know, white sage is good. This is bear root, a very rare Native American root that a client sent me that's great for smudging. This is some Palo Santo that's like totally running out. So that's some ways you can cleanse your space. You can also use music, healing hearts, things like that. Or ask the angels to come in and just remove any kind of negativity that's in your space. I'm just getting that through. So, okay, let's go ahead now. So this will be pile 1 and this will be pile 2. I may have said it separately in the other thing, but it doesn't matter. So pile 1, pile 2. So, okay. So how you're going to choose is either you might hear 1 now, or you might be attracted to this crystal or this card, or you may hear or be attracted to these things for 2. So just take a moment now and think about 1 or 2. I'm going to go ahead with 1. Where can I put this? Here. No, here. Okay, 1, pile 1. I don't know what this crystal's called anymore, but it's really beautiful, and I feel like this crystal gives clarity. Also, for me, it's linked to a time when there was a situation with grief, and I gave it to someone as a kind of protection. I think it is protective, and I think it does give clarity, and I think it kind of opens the insight. Well, that's my reading on it today. It's got this kind of crazy crystallization that goes on, and it makes me think there's this thing that Jung said about how you have a solution of water and you keep adding sugar to the water, and at some point the water will turn crystalline. When there's just the grain of sugar goes in, it kind of overtakes the water content, and it causes this reaction that makes the whole thing go crystalline. Just this moment where one grain kind of tips the balance. And he talks about this as the moment where within all of us there can be this moment where one of us has a shift and it changes the collective. And any kind of people who are into spirituality and healing will know this thing of like, when you heal yourself or you heal a part of yourself, it affects generational lines. And this is something I specialize in, healing generational bonds, and also like the future children you're going to have, you can heal. But this is this idea of like healing one yourself to affect the rest of the people around you. We always draw people to us when we're in certain frequencies, you know, all this stuff. I don't have time to get into it. Maybe I'll do a video about it later. But that was coming through very like channeled message. I wasn't going to say that. So that could be important for someone, that you can shift any energies around you at the moment just by working on your own self. So now, let's see very clear messages for pile 1 about what needs to shift. Oh, that wants to come out. In order, okay, for them to feel happiness. Interesting, this card keeps coming up for the readings. I mean, this is a very clear thing. So pile 1, I will get some other cards from other decks if I need to. Oh. I'm getting a headache actually, because I feel things in my body. Now that can be that my third eye is really opening up here, which could be a message for you guys that you're starting to connect into spirituality and receiving guidance from higher powers at the moment. And maybe, I don't know whether you're resisting these signs or whether it's that it's just a message that that's what's going on. Or some of you may have headaches, but I am getting a headache and it's going now as I say it. So it's like that, whatever I said is the thing I was meant to say. I never remember what I say. I don't actually know what I just said. Hopefully it's helpful. Right. So here we have a message of letting go. And letting go of something that is not giving you as much as you are giving in order for you to find the thing that gives you everything you want. It's a really clear message. So you have the Five of Cups to start off the reading. And this is all about... so 2 cups have spilt. No. What, I'm trying to remember the original card. There are 5 cups in the original card, and 3 cups have spilt over, and 2 cups are still standing, and the person's looking at the 3 cups that have spilt over. So this is the feeling of sadness, regret, crying over spilt milk kind of vibe, grief, feeling sad about something. But the main thing is that then they're focusing on the 3 cups that have spilt, but they're not looking at the 2 cups which are still remaining. So there's still love for this person, and there's still happiness for this person, but they're looking in the wrong place, I feel, is what the message is here. Or it could be that there is still hope in the situation for some of you. But you're focusing on the negative, and you're focusing on the loss. There's a sense of loss and sadness. And of course, with every ending, there's a new beginning, and everything that is meant for you will come to you. And that's the message really with these 2 cups which are still remaining. There is this hope there, but it may be you're looking in the wrong place for your happiness, whether it be to do with your career, a person, whatever that is, your family. But there is hope still, but there is this feeling of sadness. So you need to let go, because the next card you have is the 8 of Cups. I mean, it's so clear. There's so many cups here as well if you're a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But it doesn't have to be. It's just about emotion, really. I don't like getting into the star signs. It's really trendy, but it's to do with emotions. I mean, it's useful if you're doing a love reading, because you can say, oh, there's like a Scorpio feminine energy, or like there's a fire sign female energy, or whatever. But like, in this context, it's about emotions. And the 8 of Cups here has come out in quite a few of my other readings. So some of my subscribers are probably watching this pile, and that's a message that this is for you if you picked those other ones and you got that card and it's coming up again. So the 8 of Cups is about leaving a situation where there's still this emotion invested in it. It's still important to you. It still makes you sad to leave it, but you know that there's something missing. And the thing that's missing is the 9th cup, which is your own happiness, fulfillment, and joy. But you have to leave behind these 8 cups in order to go and find that. So it's about leaving something that's run its course, even though there's still deep emotion there. Yeah. So you need to let go. I mean, it says it here on the card. Let go of the feeling of sadness and regret that's tied into a situation that you've had to leave, because I feel like you need to leave that thing, and yes, you must grieve it, but also then allow yourself to be happy. Don't beat yourself up about leaving something that's not right for you. Don't beat yourself up about having to let go, and allow yourself to do it, because you'll be rewarded by that. And I think you'll know the thing that you need to shift and let go of, because it's something that's not even. You've been giving in more energy than you're receiving. The 6 of Pentacles is all about an uneven distribution of energy. Or it could be in a work context, you're working really, really, really hard and you're not being paid enough. There's just something out of balance here, and it's the thing that needs to shift and change. It needs to come into balance. There needs to be balance. There needs to be give and take. And then we get the 10 of Cups. So then this is how you find, we asked, what do I need to shift in order to find my joy, my happiness? This is your joy, your happiness. This is the happiest kind of cups card. This is the card of emotional fulfillment, equal give and take. It can talk of romantic relationships, finding someone where you feel this joy, this love, this bliss. You can have a family with. There's children involved for some of you. If not, it's just like a work situation, which is also going to give you huge amounts of emotional fulfillment. And by the way, I can totally feel the energy in this reading is so different, because it's not, the last reading was so crazy. This is like, I'm just giving very clear messages for you guys, which is so good. It's like a relief. I'm getting such clear messages because it's very, very specific, and it's very, very important for someone to hear this, and it's just being delivered to me in a way that is just so clear that it's great. Because I can always tell like how things are delivered as well, like the energy of what's going on. So let's see if there's anything else that comes out. High Priestess, that came out last time. It's because I've got a spiritual group here. It's your intuition. You know, it's weird. I was saying in the beginning of this video, and I felt like it was important to say it, even though it's a bit personal, but I'll never get into anything that identifies people. But I felt it was important to deliver this message about your intuition, because you guys need to hear, you know, I can talk about these things all the time, but if I don't give you examples from my life or show you how things shift and change by doing the work, how will you ever see it? I can talk about manifestation, but until this channel has thousands of subscribers, like, how can I say that I can manifest stuff? I know I can, and I'm starting it in a very relaxed way so that it's fun, so I'm not putting pressure on myself, you know, but I am going to start manifesting stuff, and I am going to show you guys that listening to your intuition is the right thing. That's why I had to say what happened after the last reading. But it's important that you guys know this at the moment, because there's something to do with this situation that you know intuitively, and you're not quite yet, that wanted to come out, you're not quite yet able to just really do that, because, oh my God, look at the back of the deck energy. Always like this in my readings. 5 of Cups. And there it is, the 2 cups, because I was like, I couldn't remember if 2 were up. I know it's 2 that are up because it's the 2 of Cups. But maybe Spirit's like, show them the card. That's the card. So the person's looking at the 3 empty cups, but they're ignoring these 2 cups, these 2 cups there that are like, 2 of Cups is all about love and give and take, equal give and take, friendship, soulmates. You know, with the 10 of Cups, this could be a love thing for people, but it doesn't have to be. You can apply all of this stuff to work and career, or friendship and family. But I was going to say, so the 5 of Swords came out. It's like you're conflicted. You know what your intuition is saying, and you're like listening to that in a way. You might be having dreams about this thing. If you're having dreams at the moment about something that you feel you might need to leave, or that isn't right somehow, or that isn't equal, listen to your dreams. The 5 of Swords shows that this could be something, you could be having arguments with someone, and this is related to this thing that needs to shift, or it could suggest that there's an inner conflict going on, but there's this conflicted energy between your intuition and well, just within yourself, like your intuition and your common sense. You know, a bit like last video, I was clearly absolutely conflicted about my own intuition and then like my ego. Intuition is always the right thing to follow, and you can tell the difference between intuition and like your thoughts, like what you might want, or like your fears, for example, because intuition is sudden and it's very clear. And it's not intrusive. You feel like it's this gentle kind of nudge, but it can be very strong. But it's not like, because anxiety is more like looping thoughts that like bother you at night. Intuition isn't that. Intuition is like, if you watch that video, you see what intuition is. It's like suddenly I'm like, oh God, I know exactly what I'm meant to do. It's not like I've been like stressing out about something and it's going around and round in my brain, and that's like your ego, and that's your brain and your mind trying to work stuff out. That's not intuition. Intuition is fast and like, you know, when you know, you know, you know. When you know, you know, you know, you know, you know. Okay, right, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I want to get a Work Your Light Oracle card. I'm also going to do a pendulum. Why not? Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Yes. Also, this really reminds me of the High Priestess card. This is the divine feminine energy. Remember, energy is just energy. It could be masculine or feminine, or you could identify as any kind of gender you want, but it's about the energies within. We all have different energies within us, and this is connecting to the kind of mother energy, the nurturing energy, the wise energy, the intuition, basically, feminine intuition, you know. But how can you mother yourself? This is about looking after yourself, inner child work. Sit with yourself. How, you know, I love you. I'm here with you. Imagine you were a child. What would you say to that child about whatever this situation brings up? Let me get a Moonology card as well. This is such, I'm getting such a good vibe from this reading. I'm feeling, no, but what I'm feeling is that you guys are sad, but I'm like sending you energy. But it's like, you know, that sadness where it's like sadness, but it's kind of like beautiful as well. It's like not nostalgic. That's not the thing I'm getting. It's more like this beautiful sadness. What's the name for that? Like melancholy, kind of. But there's something really healing about this, like within your sadness, within your darkness, within these difficult things, you can find so much healing. And I'm just feeling like this warm glow of healing for this group. I see you like having so much happiness. You just have to be brave. There's something here about being brave and knowing that you will be looked after and that the universe is there, like Mother Earth, divine feminine energy. Maybe connect into the divine feminine. Maybe do like a goddess. Maybe I should do a goddess meditation. I've got so many things I want to do for the channel though. But connecting into the divine feminine energy. Hang on. Right, what is the final message before I do a pendulum? A time for healing. I mean, yes, exactly. A time for healing. Balsamic moon. I know lots about moons, but I'm not sure when that moon is, and I don't want to look in the book because I like to get my messages intuitively. I think the main thing there is that it's a time for healing. I am going to do a full moon release care package, which could be useful, but this is not a full moon card, so I think it's more just a message for you guys to heal. Hang on. Oh, another card came out. Emotions are running high, super moon. Maybe that was like to say, yes, they should do the full moon. Okay, so I want to do a pendulum. What I want to say is, if anything has come up in this reading where you have a question and it's a yes, no, or maybe question, we can do a pendulum now to find out. I always like to say that with pendulum, like the energies shift and change so much that it's really just a current snapshot, and don't make any life decisions based on one tarot reading or one pendulum reading, especially because you don't get much information, especially when it's like a group of people. It's just a yes or a no. And there's always, you know, a lot more to everything than what meets the eye, but definitely a yes or a no only option. Do you know what I mean? Life is nuanced, but let's just get one in case this has resonated and you know it's your message, and then you might need like an additional little push or something. So I want to ask the pendulum first of all to show me, this is not, so okay, think of your question first, and I'm gonna get your answer, but not, this is just me getting the pendulum working first. So show me yes, pendulum, please. Yeah, that's always clockwise for me. Show me no, and that's anti-clockwise. I don't know if you guys can see, but I can see. So now, pendulum, answer the question for the people viewing this video with the strongest energy of everyone. So take the biggest, strongest kind of average energy of all of my viewers. And it's saying it's a yes. So whatever your, hang on. Yes, but for some of you it's a maybe. So that's the thing I said about how you need a bit more information. So for some of you it's quite a big yes. And for some of you it's a maybe. You can get a personal reading with me if you need one. Link to my Etsy in the description below. So that's great. I'm going to close down the energies of group 1. I'm sending you loads of healing. I'm going to visualize you guys in a protective pink bubble of energy now, and healing and feeling held by Mother Earth energy and Goddess energy. Severing any energetic cords now, please. Thank you. Okay, so that was nice. I actually really enjoyed being in pile 1's energy. I don't know who they were, but I liked their energy a lot. It felt weirdly like familiar for me. It felt like not nostalgic, but it was like, oh yeah, I could sit in that energy for a while. I think they're going to have like a really beautiful time of healing coming up. So that's cool. Shuffle these. Oh wait, I don't need to use these again. Don't need to shuffle them. Let me shuffle these babies. Hope everyone's feeling good. It's a really beautiful day in London again. Oh my god, I've noticed in a few other videos I did that from the first reading when I'm shuffling, the same cards are coming out when I'm like splitting the deck. 5 of Swords. Okay, I'm feeling their energy clearing. 9 of Cups though, you know I said to them to go towards the 9 of Cups. I wonder if any of Par 1 is still watching. Wow. Oh god, I'm not taking any more cards yet. Oh my god, no. You'll have to wait. Right, there's messages that are wanting to come out for pile 2 already. But they're going to just have to wait. Because I want to get properly connected in. Let me just... do a little energy cleanse there. Okay, so pile 2. Oh my god, I just realised something. 9 of Cups is like the theme of this reading, obviously, because I'm like, what needs to shift in order for you to have your happiness? And as I was shuffling the cards from the first reading to get to the second reading, the 9 of Cups came out, and it was a card I was talking about with the first pile. It's the cards that I've got here for you guys to pick the piles, but it came up as the intermediate between the 1 and the 2. So it's like, yeah, you're telling them about the 9 of Cups, how to find their happiness. And then I was like reminded by seeing this, like Spirit's like, duh. Sorry, I always get messages for myself when I'm doing the readings that like I'm on point, so I should probably just shut up. But maybe I think it's useful for me to tell you guys because it shows what it shows a style of reading that I hope you can identify is not a constructed style of reading in order to like entertain. Obviously I have to say like these are entertainment and you shouldn't make life decisions from them, but some videos on Etsy are really just entertainment and people get really trapped in them because they tell them what they want to see. Whereas mine, it's like very, and several other readers too, but it's like organic and Spirit shows things and Spirit like gets me to talk about things that then I can show people my journey so that people can see. I feel like that's the purpose of this channel. Sorry, this is a stupid rant. I might have to timestamp number 2 to ignore all this. Anyway, so number 2, thanks for joining. You picked this pile. This crystal is a rose quartz crystal. I'm sure you guys know that. It's very good for the heart chakra, for healing any kind of emotional blocks you may have, and just get issues of the heart or emotional stuff. So maybe you want to get some rose quartz if you've been feeling like you have been a bit sad or that your heart chakra is a little blocked or anything like this. I love to have baths with this crystal. It's a really good way to look after your crystals is to have a bath with them and put some salt in the bath, because obviously you need to sometimes clear your crystals because they're taking in a lot of energy, and a good way to clear that energy is with salt. So you could like wash them in salt water. Either way, run them under the tap when you can. If you haven't done that for a while, this is a message for this group to do some crystal care, cleanse your crystals. You can cleanse them with, smudging, but you can also run a bath and put the crystals in with loads of salt and then get it in the bath yourself and allow yourself to meditate in that bath with those crystals and the salt. Let everything pour out of you emotionally. Go into the salty water. As the bath water drains, imagine all of those difficult emotions or anything that came up draining out with the water, replenishing you, and then just give them a little rinse off afterwards and they'll be like really supercharged and it will be really good for you as well. So weird channeled message there for you guys. So we're asking today, what do I need to shift in order to find my like full joy, alignment, potential. I don't know what I'll call this. Like, what do I need to shift in order to find happiness, perhaps? So if we could have a really clear message for pile 2 about what they need to shift in order to find their happiness. What does pile 2 need to shift? That wants to come out. What does... Okay. Oh my god, this card loves to come out. Anything else? What does pile 2 need to shift? Oh my god, it's so funny. Hang on. Oh god. No, it's good. It's not. It's... Just give me a moment. Spirit really loves me doing this job. It's funny, I don't think to myself I'm going to get up today and do another reading, and then it's like, oh, I'm getting goosebumps now, because it wants me to say, like, it wants me to do this so much, and I'm suddenly like, I have to do a reading, and it loves me doing it, and it gives me such clear messages. So pile 1, at the end of their reading, they had the 10 of Cups, like, exactly in this position, because it was like, once you do this stuff, you're going to have your 10 of Cups, you're going to have your happiness, your joy, your emotional fulfillment. And it's just so funny because this pile has it in the same place. So it's like, yeah, and then this is how they have their happiness and joy. So I don't know, maybe it's a different message though. So it's just interesting. That's all. I feel like pile 2 always gets the like goss on the readings because you come second. So I say, oh my god, all this stuff happened in pile 1. Pile 1 are probably totally oblivious to all the stuff that happens. That's fine. Maybe they don't need to know. So basically, you guys, there's something that you need to be balancing in your life. Temperance is all about balance and waiting. It could be that you've waited and hoped for something for quite a long time, and it needs to be brought into balance. There needs to be this healing. The Temperance card is all about pouring this water. For me, that's like emotions, unconscious, like unconscious materials maybe. But anyway, it's like pouring this water from these 2 cups, balancing things out, replenishment, engagement with the kind of emotional world in a balanced way. There's something here of alchemy. I'm getting really deep messages to do with shadow work that I don't think of that responsible to totally say here. Get a personal reading from me if this is making sense. If you want to delve into like the shadow in order to balance yourself, I'll do like a personal shadow reading, but I can't do it here for this. Okay, it's going now. It's like whoever wanted to hear that, come to me for a shadow reading if there's something you want to balance, if you want to delve into the unconscious. For the rest of you, this is to do with balancing yourself. Maybe you feel like you've been really like hectic and you need to rebalance. It could be as simple as that. It could be as simple as like your work-life balance needs to be addressed. But there's some element of healing here to do with balance and to do with seeing things from a different perspective. So you have the Hanged Man, which is really telling me you need to pause. Both of these cards are telling me you need a break, basically. You need to allow yourself to have a pause and a break and a temporary kind of time out in order to meditate and think about your life and see things from a different perspective. There's something here that you're not really like seeing the potential in because you're fixated on like one aspect of it or one way of doing something, but there's another way you can do something that's going to be much easier. It's going to be much more in alignment. It's going to be healing. This could be to do with a fire sign, masculine energy. It's not gender specific, it's just energy, but there could be someone with a masculine energy who's a fire sign. So Leo, Aries, and what the hell is the other fire sign? Sagittarius, sorry. Duh. Anyhow, there could be something to do with but it's more about energy. Could be a masculine fire sign energy. If not, it could be to say to you that you need to be more like focused and in that energy of creativity, of kind of self-belief. It's not arrogance, but it's like this total self-belief and in your power, basically. Hang on a sec. My nose is getting really stuffed up. First pile, I think, had a headache, which was to do with their third eye and intuition. These guys, it's not my throat, which gives me hard communication, but it's a similar energy of feeling like stifled and smothered. I just had this feeling of like a clairvoyant image of someone smothering me with a pillow, and my nose was like, and I was like, oh, I can't breathe, like, I can't get my words out, kind of, but not in the throat thing I have, which is to do with communication. This is to do with feeling smothered. It could be that you're dealing with a boss or someone who you feel is like really, it's like his way or the highway. It's like when someone's in this energy, it's really powerful and creative, but it can be like very difficult for the people around because it's like very dominant. So you could feel like there's someone who's kind of very dominant in your life. It's like right in the middle of the reading. It's like overpowering you, stifling you, smothering you somehow. That's just like a weird message for one or two of you perhaps, but there's something about it that needs to be thought of from a different perspective. How can you balance this out? How can you deal with this person in a way where you are also being heard and your opinion is taken into account? This is it's not really in the cards. It's a totally channeled, quite clear message for someone. It's weird. Let me know if that resonates. Some of you, this is really to do with your home. Now, this card has come out a lot, and it can be my twin flame card. It can be the card of union, but I think in this context, it's to do with, well, okay, if you are on the twin flame journey and you know that to be true, but don't take it if you don't think that's right for you. It could be that you need to balance this, and there's something here to do with balancing the energies in this connection, the masculine and feminine energies, the energy between you both is kind of being balanced at the moment, and people are seeing things from a different perspective, and then there's going to be this inspired action and creativity. So that's a message for that group of people. Piles 2 has a few different messages in it, which is cool because I'm glad I'm getting different messages through for specific people, and hope it resonates. If not, it's maybe something to do with your home balance. Like I got the thing of the home work balance. It could be that you need to address that, and you need to rethink perhaps how you're working at home and your career. I know that's like a hot topic at the moment because we're all like being told to work from home and stuff like that, but maybe something about that is really not working for you, and you need to think about other options and what else you can do, because perhaps your creativity is being stifled. Now that is a message for someone. Something to do with their work and home life is out of balance, and it's not like totally right at the moment, and they need to think, okay, what else can I do? There's another way of looking at this. There's another way. And then this like creativity is going to start flowing again. So that's like the different kind of messages, but I do like pile 1, there is the 10 of Cups here. So you're on the way to the 10 of Cups. You're on the way to your emotional fulfillment and happiness. There's just little shifts with this group. It's not so drastic as group 1. There's nothing to do with like leaving something behind. It's just to do with balancing what there is around you. So you have all the right ingredients, but you need to blend them in the correct way. So it's like you've got all the great ingredients to make a cake, but you know, if you put like the eggs in first and then like, I don't know, maybe it would work out, but if you didn't turn the oven on, it definitely wouldn't get cooked. Maybe some of you cook or something. Maybe there's something here to do with baking. I don't know, but you have all the right ingredients. You just need to blend them right, and you need to maybe like think about another way of doing something. Yeah, for some of you this is the twin flame message, because that is also the Lover's card with that. I can't ignore that. So my twin flame collective, know that your energies are being balanced at the moment. Your counterpart is starting to see things from a different perspective, and they're wanting to come towards you with like a creative energy and a fiery energy. and the Ten of Cups is coming. So my Twin Flame Collective, that is for you. The other people, it's about making a choice here to do with this home environment and to do with things from a different perspective. And this sudden burst of energy coming in. So it's like you're coming out of the Hanged Man energy, where it's stasis, it's static. I think for some of my people, this is to do with lockdown. It's to do with your home and feeling like you're trapped and feeling this stasis and this pause, and it's like stop start. It's not good for your creativity, but you're going to start charging forward again. You just need to think about how you can balance that better for yourself. Anything further? So there's 2 messages in pile 2. So I could have done 3 piles today. Do I want to take this? It's so many cards. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense because it's all about, I said there was a choice. So you have the Chariot and you have the 2 of Swords. That's, both of those cards are about making a choice, being pulled in different directions and needing to make a decision. So for the people that is about the home and the work and everything and like making a decision, that's for you. And there is something here that you need to, like, you're burdened, like you're carrying a lot of energetic burdens to do with this situation, and you need to put them down. I said it's more, actually, it's not as drastic as that. They're saying no, it's not as drastic as that. This group, there's not much that's actually wrong. You just need a break. I said that, didn't I, already? Hanged Man and Temperance. You need to just have a break. You need a rest. But there are going to be offers coming in. If this is the Twin Flame Collective, it's that your person is putting down any past burdens and coming towards the future. And they're coming in with the romantic offers. If it's the other people, it's the thing I already said. And I did say that some of you are doing deep shamanic work to do with the unconscious. This card's here for that group of people. These people, I'm not getting into it here. I don't have time. I should have done 3 piles. I will from now on. Spirit doesn't want me to go there, but you want me to go there. Contact me for a personal reading. You'll know exactly who you are. You're getting into something a bit deep and weird. You need someone to guide you. Message me. Right, let me get... Sorry, this ended up being such a long reading for you guys. But when cards fall out, I can't ignore them, so I have to get them. I won't do a pendulum for you. The first pile had a pendulum, but you guys, it's too many energies and stuff. Right. Soul family. Yeah, this is for my twin flame people. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. You see that card, the 2, are they whales? Yeah, well, for me, oh, there are dolphins, because dolphins are the twin flame. 2 dolphins is a twin flame symbol, in case, well, it is for me anyway. I've been shown that many times clairvoyantly. So yeah, soul family. Maybe you do something with communication. Soul family, you see the mirroring here, you see the twin flame thing, right? I don't need to get into that. For the rest of you, it's just that you do have this happy home environment and you have people around you to support you. Call them in. You don't have to do any of this alone. And I feel like it could be, if it's a work thing, relating to someone else and how you interact with them. But you will be able to have like a good resolution with that person. You just need to balance. There's something out of balance, basically. The main thing is there's something out of balance and there's a choice that needs to be made. And there's, you guys need to have a break, or like you just need to relax. You just need to calm. Okay, final Moonology. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to take the first card that flipped over. It's actually the same card that pile 1 had, so there are some of you who are watching both piles. If not, it's just telling me that this is, well, the topic is a healing topic, isn't it? Because it's what needs to shift in order to have my happiness. And it's like, yeah, this is a time for healing. This is a time for doing that work. This is a time for going within, for realigning, and for things coming into balance. You know, healing is all about balance. You guys need to balance things. And just get out of whatever it is that's making you feel like you're stifled, if that was the message for you guys. What's on the back? Nothing is yet set in stone. Yeah, that's true. There's everything here, but there's a choice that needs to be made, or something that needs to be balanced. But what you need to know is that the Ten of Cups is there. The Ten of Cups is there for both my piles, which is so nice, because of course, everyone has the potential to have inner happiness to the max. This is like, you couldn't be more emotionally fulfilled. So everyone has that. It's just, how do you get there? And I am very happy to help people personally, you know, through my Etsy. I do personal readings, manifestations, shadow work, all sorts of stuff. I can do custom stuff that you might need, healing stuff. Everyone has the right and the ability to be happy emotionally and fulfilled and loved and loving and all the rest of it. It's just the journey to get there. And it is a journey, not a destination. So, that being said, I'm going to close down the energies for pile 2, sending you lots of love, hoping that you can find the message within this is the specific message for you. Bring things into balance, heal anything that needs to be healed. My Twin Flame Collective, I'm sending you guys like a feeling of calm, inner belief, and I'm going to try and send some healing energy, because I do specialize in reuniting soul connections, and it would be great if my collective could come into union. I started the channel being like, I'm not interested in union. And then Spirit was like, are you sure? Because maybe people need to hear a story of it actually working out in real time. So let's see, maybe we can get there, guys. We'll have to just see. You can only see. So, okay, I'm going to stop now. Have a great day, everyone, and please do subscribe if you haven't already. Got a full moon care package coming out soon, and no doubt other readings. So, all the best.